Our planet, Earth, is a masterpiece of creation, an ever-changing gallery of natural wonders shaped by the forces of time, water, wind, and fire. Its landscapes, vast and varied, tell stories of immense power, resilience, and beauty. They reveal the planet's capacity for both destruction and renewal, chaos and harmony. From the deepest gorges carved by relentless rivers to the highest peaks reaching into the thin blue air, Earth's diversity is a testament to the dynamic forces that have sculpted its face over eons. These landscapes are not merely backdrops to human existence. They are living chronicles of the planet's history, guardians of ancient secrets, and sources of inspiration and awe. To journey through Earth's greatest natural wonders is to embark on a voyage through time, across continents, and into the very heart of nature's power. Consider the Grand Canyon, a chasm so vast and profound it seems almost otherworldly. Carved by the patient persistence of the Colorado River over millions of years, the Grand Canyon stretches for over 270 miles and plunges more than a mile deep. Its walls, painted in layers of red, orange, and gold, tell the story of ancient seas, volcanic eruptions, and relentless erosion. Each stratum is a page from the planet's geological diary, chronicling epochs long before humans walked the Earth. As sunlight dances across its ridges and shadows fill its depths, the Grand Canyon stands as a spectacular testament to the power of time and the artistry of natural forces. Rising above the clouds, Mount Everest commands reverence as the highest point on Earth. Towering at 29,032 feet, it pierces the sky on the border of Nepal and Tibet, nestled within the mighty Himalayas. For centuries, Everest has symbolized both the grandeur and the peril of nature. Its snow-capped summit beckons adventurers and climbers, daring them to test their resolve against its thin air and unforgiving slopes. But beyond its stature as a mountaineering challenge, Everest is a sacred place for local peoples. To many it is known as Chomolungma, the goddess mother of the world, embodying the spiritual connection between humans and the mountains. Here, at the roof of the world, the Earth reaches up to touch the heavens, a reminder of both the planet's enormity and our own small place within it. Deep within the heart of South America lies the Amazon rainforest, a verdant expanse so immense it is often called the lungs of the planet. Spanning 9 countries and covering over 2 million square miles, the Amazon is home to an astonishing diversity of life. Its dense canopy shelters countless species of plants, animals, and insects, many still undiscovered. Rivers wind like shimmering ribbons through the emerald jungle, carrying nutrients and sustaining communities both human and wild. The Amazon breathes for the world, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, regulating the Earth's climate. But it is also a realm of mystery, where ancient trees whisper secrets of civilizations past, and every rustle hints at creatures unseen. The Amazon's vitality is a testament to the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. On the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls unleashes its power in a roar of mist and thunder. Known locally as Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders, this waterfall is one of the largest and most spectacular on the planet. Here, the Zambezi River plunges over 100 meters into a narrow gorge, creating a curtain of water more than a mile wide. Rainbows arc through the perpetual spray, and the ground trembles with the force of falling water. Victoria Falls is not just a breathtaking spectacle. It is a source of life and legend, shaping the land and the cultures that surround it. Its relentless energy reminds all who witness it of water's ability to sculpt, nourish, and awe. Stretching across Asia like a colossal spine, the Himalayas are more than a mountain range. They are a monument to the power of tectonic forces and a wellspring of spiritual tradition. Spanning over 1,500 miles, the Himalayas are home to the world's highest peaks, including Everest, Kanchenjunga, and Lhotse. Their jagged summits and deep valleys have inspired myths, pilgrimages, and poetry for millennia. The Himalayas are revered as the abode of gods and sages, a place where the material and spiritual worlds converge. Glaciers feed the great rivers of Asia, sustaining millions of lives downstream. In their silent majesty, the Himalayas invite contemplation of both the Earth's physical might and humanity's search for meaning. Where Argentina meets Brazil, the Iguazu Falls cascade in a display of thunderous beauty. Consisting of more than 250 separate waterfalls, Iguazu stretches nearly 2 miles across, enveloping the jungle in a perpetual spray. The sheer volume and power of the water are overwhelming, creating a symphony of sound and a mist that nourishes lush forests on either side. Local legends tell of gods, love, and heartbreak, woven into the fall's eternal flow. Iguazu's grandeur transcends borders, uniting two nations in the shared wonder of nature's creativity. At the southern tip of South America, Patagonia unfolds in a panorama of glaciers, mountains, and windswept plains. This land of extremes stretches across Argentina and Chile, where jagged peaks rise from icy fields and turquoise lakes shimmer under vast skies. Patagonia is a realm of raw beauty, where the elements rule and civilization is but a distant memory. Here, condors soar above granite spires, guanacos graze on endless steppes, and glaciers creak as they inch toward the sea. The winds whisper tales of explorers, indigenous peoples, and the timeless struggle between land and sky. Patagonia's rugged landscapes are a sanctuary for those seeking solitude, adventure, and the awe of untouched wilderness. In the heart of Europe, the Alps stand as a timeless testament to the continent's natural grandeur. Stretching from France through Switzerland, Italy, and Austria, the Alps are a playground for both nature and culture. Their snow-capped peaks, lush valleys, and crystal-clear lakes have inspired artists, writers, and travelers for centuries. The Alps are a crossroads of history, where ancient trade routes and modern ski resorts coexist. Wildflowers bloom in alpine meadows, while ibex and marmots navigate rocky slopes. The Alps remind us that nature's beauty is both enduring and ever-changing, shaped by the seasons and the passage of time. In the American West lies Yellowstone National Park, a geothermal wonderland unlike any other. Beneath its forests and meadows, a restless supervolcano simmers, fueling geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles. Old Faithful erupts with clockwork precision, while vibrant pools shimmer in hues of blue, green, and orange. Bison roam across windswept plains, wolves prowl the forests, and grizzly bears fish in icy rivers. Yellowstone is a sanctuary of wildness and wonder, a living laboratory where the forces of Earth are laid bare. Here, the planet's inner fire reveals itself in bursts of steam and color, reminding us of the dynamic energy that lies beneath our feet. In Croatia, the Plitvice lakes weave a tapestry of turquoise waters and cascading falls through ancient forest. 16 crystalline lakes are linked by a series of waterfalls, their colors shifting with the seasons and the sunlight. Wooden walkways wind through lush greenery, inviting visitors into a world of serene beauty and timeless tranquility. The lakes are fed by underground rivers and springs, their purity reflected in shimmering surfaces. Plitvice is a place where water and stone dance together in harmony, a living mosaic that changes with every moment. Cappadocia, in central Turkey, is a landscape out of dreams. Here, centuries of volcanic activity and erosion have sculpted the land into surreal stone formations, fairy chimneys, spires, and caves. For thousands of years, humans have carved homes, churches, and entire cities into the soft rock, creating an underground world of mystery and refuge. Hot air balloons drift above the valleys at dawn, casting shadows across the otherworldly terrain. Cappadocia is a testament to both nature's creativity and humanity's adaptability, a place where the boundaries between the natural and the artificial blur in the golden light. In China's Hunan province, the Zhangjiajie Mountains rise in slender pillars of stone, shrouded in mist and legend. These towering formations inspired the floating mountains of the film Avatar. their vertical cliffs and lush vegetation creating an ethereal landscape. Zhangjiajie is a place where gravity seems defied and reality bends into fantasy. The ancient forests that cloak the peaks are home to rare wildlife, while the rock itself tells tales of ancient seas and shifting continents. Zhangjiajie is a reminder that Earth's landscapes can be as imaginative as any work of fiction. At the heart of Australia's Red Centre, Uluru, or Ayers Rock, stands as a solitary sentinel of time. This massive red sandstone monolith rises abruptly from the desert, its surface etched by the wind and rain of countless generations. Uluru is a place of deep spiritual significance for the Anangu people, who have lived in its shadow for tens of thousands of years. Its color shifts with the changing light, from ochre to crimson to purple, reflecting the moods of the land. Uluru is more than a geological wonder. It is a sacred site, a storyteller, and a symbol of the enduring connection between people and place. In Ireland, the cliffs of Moher rise in sheer defiance of the Atlantic Ocean. Stretching for 5 miles along the western coast, these towering cliffs plunge over 700 feet into crashing waves below. The wind carries the cries of seabirds and the scent of salt and heather. The cliffs of Moher are a place of drama and legend, where ancient fortresses once stood guard and myths of lost cities linger in the mist. They are a reminder of the relentless power of the sea and the fragility of the land that faces it. Norway's fjords carve deep, silent valleys into the heart of the landscape. Formed by glaciers during the last ice age, these narrow inlets are flanked by steep cliffs and dense forests. Waterfalls tumble down the rock faces, their music blending with the hush of the sea. The fjords are places of solitude and reflection, where the only sound may be the call of an eagle or the gentle lap of water against stone. The Norwegian fjords are a testament to the enduring relationship between ice, rock, and water, a landscape shaped by patience and persistence. As we contemplate these extraordinary places, we are reminded that Earth's landscapes are more than mere scenery. They are the product of ancient processes, erosion, uplift, fire, and flood that have unfolded over millions of years. Each mountain, canyon, forest, and waterfall holds stories embedded in stone and soil, stories of creation and destruction, adaptation and survival. They are silent witnesses to the passage of time and the evolution of life. In their magnificence, these landscapes invite us to pause, to listen, and to reflect. They challenge us to consider our own place in the grand narrative of the planet, to recognize our responsibility as stewards of these wonders. For within the cliffs, rivers, forests, and mountains lie the ancient stories of Earth itself, stories still unfolding with every dawn, every storm, and every silent, starlit night. Beneath the glittering surface of our planet, there lies a world of profound wonder and endless mystery. More than 70% of Earth is swathed in the blue embrace of the oceans, vast, deep, and largely unexplored. For centuries, humans have gazed at the endless horizon, dreaming of what secrets might dwell beneath the waves. The oceans are Earth's largest mystery, a realm where sunlight fades into darkness, where creatures glow in the deep, and where the pulse of life beats in rhythms older than the continents themselves. Begin this journey by plunging beneath the turquoise waters off Australia's northeast coast, where the Great Barrier Reef stretches over 1,400 miles, forming the largest living structure on the planet. Here, life bursts forth in a riot of color and movement. Coral polyps, tiny yet mighty, build intricate limestone towers and valleys over millennia, creating a labyrinth for thousands of species. Parrotfish nibble at the coral, their scales flashing iridescent in the sunbeams. Sea turtles glide gracefully, while clownfish dart among the anemone's stinging tentacles for shelter. Sharks patrol the deeper channels, apex predators in perfect balance with their world. The reef is both a fortress and a nursery, home to creatures great and small, each playing a role in this ancient underwater symphony. But it is also fragile, threatened by warming seas and acidifying waters, a living testament to the beauty and vulnerability of Earth's wild places. From the sunlit shallows, venture into the abyss toward the Pacific's most enigmatic chasm, the Mariana Trench. Plunging nearly 7 miles into the Earth, this is the deepest place in any ocean, a realm so remote that only a handful of humans have ever glimpsed its secrets. Here, the pressure is crushing, and the darkness is absolute. Yet even in these forbidding depths, life finds a way. Tube worms cluster around hydrothermal vents, feasting on chemicals spewed from the planet's interior. Ghostly amphipods and translucent fish drift through the blackness, perfectly adapted to a world of perpetual night. The trench is a reminder that life's tenacity knows no bounds, thriving even where the sun cannot reach. Travel westward to the Galapagos Islands, scattered like jewels in the Pacific off the coast of Ecuador. These volcanic isles are more than just a natural wonder. They are the birthplace of evolutionary science. Here, Charles Darwin observed the subtle differences between finches from one island to another, insights that would forever change our understanding of life. The Galapagos remain a living laboratory, where giant tortoises lumber over ancient lava flows. Marine iguanas dive into the surf to graze on algae, and blue-footed boobies perform their comical courtship dances. The island's isolation has allowed evolution to run wild, creating a tapestry of life found nowhere else on Earth. Journey to Southeast Asia and discover the Coral Triangle, a region encompassing Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, and Solomon Islands. This underwater realm boasts more marine species than anywhere else on Earth, earning its name as the Amazon of the seas. Here, coral reefs explode with color and diversity. Over 600 species of coral and 2,000 species of reef fish call these waters home. Manta rays glide like flying carpets over the reefs. Pygmy seahorses, no larger than a grain of rice, cling to sea fans, perfectly camouflaged. The Coral Triangle is a living mosaic where evolutionary innovation unfolds in dazzling detail. In the heart of the Middle East, bordered by arid deserts, lies the Red Sea, a body of water that defies its harsh surroundings. Its coral reefs flourish in hot saline waters that would prove fatal to most marine life. Here, the colors are unearthly. Neon pinks, brilliant blues, corals sculpted by waves and wind. These reefs are a haven for creatures adapted to extremes, resilient, vibrant, and ever-changing. Dolphins leap in the morning light, while schools of butterfly fish flicker through the coral gardens. The Red Sea's reefs are a testament to nature's ingenuity, thriving against all odds. But life's drama is not confined to water alone. Turn now to the world's great deserts, landscapes of silence and extremes, where survival is a daily act of resilience. The Sahara sprawls across North Africa, its golden waves of sand stretching farther than the eye can see. This is Earth's largest hot desert, a place of ancient mystery. Millennia ago, the Sahara was a lush savanna, home to hippos and crocodiles. As the climate changed, the grasslands faded, and the dunes took hold. Yet even now, life persists. Addax antelopes traverse the open plains, their hooves adapted to shifting sands. Nomadic peoples navigate by the stars, their knowledge of water and weather passed down through generations. In the cool of dawn, desert foxes and beetles emerge to forage, making the most of what little the desert provides. To the southwest, the Namib Desert claims the title of the world's oldest. Its dunes, sculpted by relentless winds, blaze a fiery orange beneath the African sun. Here, the sands have reigned for over 55 million years, a testament to the endurance of arid lands. Fog rolls in from the icy Atlantic, bringing precious moisture to beetles that collect droplets on their backs, drinking from the air itself. Gemsbok and springbok graze on sparse grasses, while the elusive desert-adapted elephants trek vast distances in search of food and water. The Namib's beauty is stark, its silence profound, a reminder of time's slow march. Cross the continents to Asia's Gobi Desert, a land of sweeping plains and hidden treasures. Here, cold winds scour the land, and temperatures swing from searing heat to bitter cold. The Gobi is a graveyard of giants, where dinosaur fossils lie preserved beneath layers of sand and stone. Ancient eggs, bones, and footprints tell the tale of a world long gone. Today, wild Bactrian camels roam the steppe, their humps storing fat for lean times. Snow leopards prowl the rocky hills, ghostly and rare. Despite the harshness, life endures, adapted to a world of scarcity and extremes. In South America, the Atacama Desert claims the title of the driest place on Earth. Some regions have not seen rain for centuries. Yet even here, life finds a foothold. Lichens cling to rocks, drawing sustenance from mist and dew. Vicuñas graze on sparse tufts of grass, and pink flamingos gather at high-altitude salt lakes, filtering algae from the briny water. When rare rains do fall, the desert blooms in a riot of color, a fleeting miracle that transforms the barren land into a sea of wildflowers. Travel north to the Sonoran Desert, where the American Southwest reveals its own unique character. Towering saguaro cacti, some more than 200 years old, stand sentinel over the landscape, their arms raised to the sky. Gila monsters slither among the rocks, while roadrunners dash through the underbrush. The desert's beauty is subtle. The bloom of a prickly pear after a rare rain, the silhouette of an owl at dusk, the dance of light and shadow across endless sand and stone. In southern Africa, the Kalahari stretches across Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. Its red sands are home to a surprising abundance of life. Meerkat clans stand alert at their burrows, scanning for predators. Lions and cheetahs stalk the grasslands, while herds of springbok and wildebeest migrate with the rains. The Sand People, among the world's oldest cultures, have mastered the art of desert survival, reading the land with an intimacy born of millennia. Death Valley in California is the hottest place on Earth, a land of extremes where summer temperatures can soar above 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet even here, life endures. Pupfish swim in isolated springs, remnants of an ancient lake. Wildflowers bloom after winter rains, painting the valley floor in fleeting color. The landscape is surreal, salt flats stretching to the horizon, jagged mountains etched by wind and time, sand dunes shifting in the moonlight. Between the mountains and deserts, rain shadows give rise to some of the world's most extraordinary landscapes. In Bolivia, the Salar de Uyuni stretches in blinding white, the largest salt flat on Earth. After rains, a thin layer of water transforms the flats into a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky so flawlessly that horizon and earth become one. Flamingos wade in shallow pools, and travelers cross this alien landscape, dwarfed by the immensity of salt and sky. Beneath the deserts and mountains, another hidden world waits to be discovered. In Vietnam, Son Doong Cave yawns open, a subterranean cathedral large enough to house an entire city block. Rivers flow through its depths, and light filters in through collapsed ceilings, illuminating jungles that thrive in the darkness. Stalactites and stalagmites tower like ancient sentinels, and rare creatures creep through the shadows. Son Doong is the world's largest cave, a place where time stands still and the unknown lingers. Across the globe, volcanoes shape the land, their fiery power both destructive and creative. Mount Etna in Sicily, Kilauea in Hawaii, and the volcanoes of the Pacific's Ring of Fire remind us that the planet is alive and restless. Lava flows carve new land, islands rise from the sea, and ash enriches the soil. Volcanoes are engines of renewal, forging landscapes and fostering life in their wake. Deserts and oceans, so different yet so alike, are worlds of extremes. In the ocean's depths, where sunlight never reaches, and in the desert's endless sun, life persists through adaptation and resilience. Coral reefs flourish in warm, shallow seas, while deep-sea creatures thrive near boiling vents. In deserts, Plants store water in swollen leaves, animals burrow to escape the heat, and people learn to survive with little. These wild places are not barren or empty, they are full of stories, each shaped by the relentless forces of wind, water, and time. Oceans connect continents, drive weather, and cradle the origins of life. Deserts challenge creatures to adapt, to endure, and to innovate. Together, they reveal the power and beauty of life lived at the edge. As we explore these extremes, we are reminded of our own place in the natural world. The oceans and deserts, the hidden caves and towering volcanoes are not just remote wonders. They are part of the same planet we call home. They challenge us to understand, to protect, and to cherish the delicate balance that sustains life against all odds. In their silence and their song, their emptiness and their abundance, they teach us that, in the face of adversity, life finds a way. The wild endures, and in its endurance it inspires. At the very edges of the world, where the sun lingers on the horizon or vanishes for months, lie the Earth's polar extremes. Here, the planet reveals its most dramatic contrasts. Landscapes sculpted by ice and wind, regions where life endures against all odds, and environments that hold crucial clues to our planet's past and future. The Arctic and Antarctic regions stand as sentinels, reminding us of the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. Antarctica, a vast white wilderness at the bottom of the world, is the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on the planet. Its heart is a frozen desert, where temperatures can plunge below -80 degrees Celsius, and biting katabatic winds race unimpeded across endless plains of snow. Despite its harshness, Antarctica is a place of stunning beauty. Its monumental ice shelves gleam in the austral sun, and vast glaciers crawl slowly towards the sea. It is here, beneath kilometers of ancient ice, that scientists uncover secrets trapped for hundreds of thousands of years, from atmospheric gases to microscopic life forms. Antarctica's silence is profound, broken only by the distant crack of ice, or the calls of emperor penguins huddling against the cold. Yet even this remote continent is feeling the touch of a warming world. The collapse of ice shelves and the thinning of glaciers are not just signs of change, they are warnings written in ice. To the north, the Arctic Circle wraps around the top of the globe, a region of fractured sea ice, frozen tundra, and resilient life. Unlike Antarctica's landmass, the Arctic is an ocean surrounded by continents, its icy skin floating atop dark, frigid waters. Here, polar bears prowl the shifting ice floes, dependent on the frozen sea for hunting and survival. The melting of Arctic sea ice is one of the most visible signals of our changing climate. Each summer, the white expanse retreats further, opening new passages and transforming ecosystems that have thrived in the cold for millennia. Indigenous peoples, such as the Inuit, adapt with ingenuity, their traditions intertwined with the rhythms of ice and animal. Above the snow-laden forests and icy plains, the night sky sometimes comes alive with an ethereal display, the aurora borealis. The northern lights dance across the heavens in waves of green, pink, and violet, their shimmering curtains a product of solar winds colliding with Earth's magnetic field. For those who witness this celestial ballet, it is a reminder of the planet's connection to the cosmos, of unseen forces at play above the frozen world. Greenland, an immense island cloaked in ice, is home to one of the largest ice sheets on Earth. This frozen landscape, stretching for hundreds of thousands of square kilometers, holds enough water to raise global sea levels by several meters should it melt. Each summer, rivers of meltwater carve blue veins across the white surface, draining into hidden cavities and cascading to the ocean below. The fate of the Greenland ice sheet is a barometer for the health of our climate. Its gradual loss is both a symptom and a cause of global change, with consequences that ripple far beyond the Arctic. Farther north still, the islands of Svalbard emerge from the icy sea, a remote archipelago halfway between Norway and the North Pole. Svalbard is a land of extremes, where the sun refuses to set in summer and never rises in winter. Its rugged mountains and sweeping valleys are home to reindeer, polar foxes, and colonies of seabirds that crowd the cliffs. Human settlements here are few, and life is dictated by the rhythms of ice and snow. Yet, Svalbard is also a sentinel, its rapidly thawing permafrost and retreating glaciers standing as stark indicators of a warming world. Along the coasts of Greenland and Antarctica, a dramatic spectacle unfolds each year in the so-called Iceberg Alley. Massive glaciers, grinding inexorably toward the sea, calve off city-sized chunks of ice with thunderous cracks, sending them adrift on ocean currents. These icebergs, majestic and menacing, can drift for years before melting away. Their journey is both a testament to the power of natural forces and a reminder of the dynamic, ever-changing nature of our planet's frozen frontiers. Not all icy wonders are found at the poles. In the heart of Siberia lies Lake Baikal, the world's deepest and purest lake. Encased in ice each winter, Baikal becomes a crystal expanse, its frozen surface etched with cracks and bubbles that reveal the life teeming below. The lake holds a fifth of the world's unfrozen freshwater, its ancient waters home to unique species found nowhere else on Earth. In the silence of winter, Baikal is both a mirror to the sky and a window into the deep time of our planet. Across the circumpolar north, vast stretches of land are bound by permafrost, ground that remains frozen year-round, trapping ancient plant material, animal remains, and even the relics of lost civilizations. As the climate warms, this permafrost is beginning to thaw, revealing secrets long hidden beneath the surface. The bones of mammoths, preserved seeds, and even long-dormant viruses. The release of greenhouse gases like methane from thawing permafrost represents another feedback loop, accelerating the pace of change and highlighting the interconnectedness of Earth's systems. In Alaska's boundless wilderness, the tundra stretches to the horizon. Here, forests of spruce give way to open plains dotted with wildflowers, while moose and caribou roam the land. The resilience of these ecosystems is remarkable. Plants and animals have adapted to the extremes of temperature and light, surviving in a world where winter can last for most of the year. The indigenous peoples of Alaska have thrived here for generations, their knowledge of the land a vital resource in a time of rapid change. To the east, the Canadian Yukon stands as a land of mountains, rivers, and gold. It is a region shaped by the forces of ice and time. Glaciers have carved deep valleys, while the mighty Yukon River winds its way through boreal forests and tundra. Here, travelers chase the elusive glow of the aurora, and prospectors still seek fortunes in the earth. But the Yukon is also on the front lines of climate change, as shifting temperatures alter the landscape and challenge the endurance of its people and wildlife. Across the Atlantic, Lapland unfolds in the far north of Finland, Norway, and Sweden. It is a place of serene beauty, where snow-laden forests stretch as far as the eye can see, and reindeer move silently through the twilight. The Sami people, the indigenous inhabitants of Lapland, have herded reindeer and honored the land for centuries. Their traditions, songs, and stories are woven into the landscape, reflecting a profound connection to the rhythms of nature. As the climate warms, changes in snowfall and vegetation threaten these ancient ways of life, underscoring the vulnerability of both people and planet. These polar and subpolar regions are more than remote wildernesses. They are the climate front lines, where the impacts of global warming are most pronounced. In the Arctic, temperatures are rising at twice the global average, triggering a cascade of changes: melting ice, shifting animal migrations, and the opening of new shipping routes. The very foundations of these environments, ice, snow, and permafrost, are transforming with consequences that extend to every corner of the globe. Yet the fragility of our climate is not confined to the poles. High in the Himalayas, glaciers form the water towers of Asia, feeding rivers that sustain more than 1 billion people downstream. These glaciers, draped over jagged peaks, release their meltwaters in a steady trickle, supporting life in valleys far below. But as temperatures rise, the glaciers are retreating, threatening water security for entire nations. The accelerated melting also increases the risk of floods and landslides, reshaping landscapes that have been stable for centuries. The pulse of the planet is felt in its monsoon systems, especially across Asia. Each year, seasonal winds draw moisture from the oceans, unleashing torrential rains that nourish crops, fill rivers, and shape cultures. The monsoon is both a giver and taker of life. Its timely arrival brings hope, but its unpredictability can spell disaster. Climate change is altering these ancient patterns, making rains more intense in some places and drought more severe in others. The monsoon's shifting rhythm is a sign of wider changes, echoing across continents. In other parts of the world, the most powerful storms on Earth take shape: hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. Born from warm ocean waters, these swirling giants gather strength as they move, their winds capable of leveling cities and their rains flooding entire regions. The frequency and intensity of these storms are increasing, fueled by rising sea temperatures. When they make landfall, the devastation can be immense: lives uprooted, communities destroyed, and ecosystems forever altered. In their aftermath, the resilience of both people and nature is tested, as recovery and adaptation become the new normal. Across the globe, from the frozen poles to the storm-lashed tropics, Earth's extremes are under unprecedented pressure. The polar regions, once thought to be immutable, are changing at a pace that challenges our understanding. Glaciers retreat, ice sheets thin, and permafrost thaws, each a symptom of a planet out of balance. The impacts of these changes are not isolated. They ripple outward, affecting weather patterns, sea levels, and the very cycles that sustain life. Yet, within these extremes, there is also hope. Scientists, explorers, and indigenous peoples are working together to understand and protect these vital regions. New technologies allow us to monitor the planet in real time, to witness changes as they happen, and to take action before it is too late. The stories emerging from the polar front lines are not just tales of loss, but also of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature. As we contemplate the wonders and vulnerabilities of these remote landscapes, we are reminded of a fundamental truth. Earth's climate is a finely tuned balance, shaped by countless forces over millions of years. The extremes of cold and heat, ice and storm, are not just curiosities. They are essential threads in the fabric of life. When one part of this system changes, the effects are felt everywhere. Our planet's beauty lies in its diversity, in the frozen silence of Antarctica, the shimmering skies of the Arctic, the rushing rivers of the Himalayas, and the life-giving rains of the monsoon. Each of these wonders depends on a stable climate, on the delicate interplay of energy and water, land and sea. To protect them is to protect ourselves, for we are all part of the same living world. In the end, the story of Earth's polar extremes and climate wonders is a story of fragility and resilience. It is a call to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and to act with care and humility as stewards of this extraordinary planet. The choices we make today will shape the future of these remarkable places and of the world we all share. Life is Earth's greatest wonder, a dazzling tapestry woven from countless threads of diversity, adaptation, and interconnectedness. From the first stirrings of single-celled organisms in the primordial seas to the lush, vibrant ecosystems that cloak the planet today, life has flourished, creating a world of astonishing beauty and complexity. Nowhere else in the known universe has such a profound symphony of existence been found, and it is here, on this delicate blue sphere, that we witness the miracle of life in all its forms. In the heart of the tropics, rainforests stand as towering cathedrals of biodiversity. These ancient forests, from the Congo Basin in Africa to the emerald expanses of Borneo, are realms where life unfolds in layers. High above the forest floor, the canopy teems with monkeys, birds, and insects, each adapted to the dappled sunlight and shifting shadows. Orchids cling to branches, their blooms attracting hummingbirds and bees. Below, strangler figs wrap their roots around ancient giants, while leopards slip silently through the undergrowth. Every inch of rainforest is alive, each species playing a role in the vast, intricate web of life. Rainforests are more than just a collection of trees and animals. They are the planet's lungs, generating oxygen and regulating climate. They are also living libraries, holding secrets in their soils and leaves, medicines, cures, and wisdom waiting to be discovered. Despite covering less than 10% of Earth's land, rainforests harbor more than half of its terrestrial species, a testament to the boundless creativity of evolution. Beyond the forests, the savannas of Africa stretch toward the horizon, golden oceans of grass interrupted by acacia trees and rocky outcrops. Here, the rhythms of life are dictated by the rains and the seasons. Herds of wildebeest and zebra move in vast migrations, a spectacle of survival and endurance. Elephants, matriarchs leading their families, traverse great distances in search of water. Lions lounge in the shade, ever watchful, their presence a reminder of the delicate balance between predator and prey. Giraffes browse the treetops, while warthogs scurry through the grass. The savanna is a stage for epic dramas, where each creature plays a vital part in maintaining the health and vitality of the land. Scattered across the world's oceans, tropical islands are crucibles of evolution and biodiversity. Places like Madagascar and Borneo are living laboratories, isolated by water and time. On Madagascar, more than 90% of wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. Lemurs leap from tree to tree, chameleons change color with the light, and baobabs stand sentinel over the landscape. In Borneo, orangutans swing through the rainforest canopy, while pygmy elephants wander the floodplains. These islands are hotspots of adaptation, their unique species a testament to nature's inventiveness and resilience. High above land and sea, another wonder unfolds: the great migrations of birds. With the changing seasons, millions of birds embark on journeys that span continents and oceans. Arctic terns travel from the North Pole to the South and back again, a round trip of more than 40,000 miles each year. Bar-tailed godwits fly non-stop from Alaska to New Zealand, crossing vast stretches of open water. These migrations are feats of endurance and navigation, guided by the stars, the sun, and the Earth's magnetic field. As they travel, birds connect distant ecosystems, carrying seeds, nutrients, and life itself from one corner of the planet to another. Beneath the waves, in the lightless depths of the ocean, life takes on otherworldly forms. The deep sea, once thought to be barren and lifeless, is alive with creatures that glow in the darkness. Bioluminescent jellyfish drift through the abyss, their bodies pulsing with blue and green light. Anglerfish dangle glowing lures in front of gaping jaws, while squid and shrimp flash patterns to confuse predators and attract mates. Here, in the cold and crushing pressure, life has adapted in extraordinary ways, turning darkness into a canvas for nature's imagination. Closer to the surface, coral reefs blaze with color and activity. These underwater cities are built by tiny polyps, whose calcium carbonate skeletons form vast structures over millennia. In a remarkable display of symbiosis, corals partner with microscopic algae, which provide food through photosynthesis in exchange for protection and nutrients. This alliance allows reefs to flourish in nutrient-poor waters, creating habitats for a quarter of all marine species. Parrotfish nibble on coral, helping to shape the reef. Sea turtles glide among anemones, while schools of fish swirl in shimmering clouds. Coral reefs are not just beautiful, they are essential, buffering coastlines from storms, supporting fisheries, and sustaining millions of people. Yet, even as we celebrate life's abundance, we are reminded of its fragility. Across the globe, species are pushed to the brink by habitat loss, poaching, and climate change. Orangutans, once widespread across Southeast Asia, now survive in dwindling forests. Snow leopards stalk the high mountains of Central Asia, their future uncertain as their range shrinks. Rhinos, tigers, and countless lesser-known creatures face threats that grow with each passing year. Every endangered species is a thread in the tapestry of life, and with each loss, the web grows weaker. For millennia, humans have found meaning and inspiration in the landscapes that surround them. Mountains rise as sacred places, their peaks shrouded in myth and legend. Mount Olympus, Mount Fuji, the Himalayas, and countless others. Rivers wind through history, nourishing civilizations and weaving stories of gods, heroes, and creation. These sacred landscapes remind us that our connection to the earth is both physical and spiritual, rooted in stories as old as humanity itself. Through ingenuity and cooperation, humans have transformed the land in extraordinary ways. Rice terraces carve green contours into hillsides, turning steep slopes into fertile fields. Vineyards trace the march of civilization, from the valleys of the Caucasus to the sunlit hills of Tuscany. The Green Revolution, powered by science and technology, has fed billions, lifting millions out of hunger. Agriculture is both miracle and challenge, a testament to our ability to work with the land and the constant need to do so sustainably. Our presence is visible from space, a network of cities and roads, lights glittering in the darkness, the signature of humanity etched across the continents. As our numbers have grown and our technology has advanced, our footprint on the planet has deepened. Forests give way to fields, rivers are dammed and diverted, and the natural rhythms of the earth are altered by our actions. The challenge before us is clear: how to balance progress with preservation, to ensure that the legacy we leave is one of stewardship, not depletion. There is hope on the horizon. Around the world, communities, scientists, and leaders are working to build a sustainable future. Green energy harnesses the power of the sun and wind, offering alternatives to fossil fuels. Reforestation projects restore degraded lands, bringing back forests and the life they support. Conservation efforts protect endangered species and habitats, giving nature a chance to recover. New technologies and old wisdom combine in innovative solutions, from vertical farms to eco-friendly cities. In this journey, the knowledge and traditions of indigenous peoples hold invaluable lessons. For thousands of years, indigenous communities have lived in harmony with the land, guided by deep respect and understanding of nature's cycles. They manage forests, grasslands, and rivers with care, drawing on generations of observation and experience. Their voices and practices are increasingly recognized as vital to conserving biodiversity and combating climate change. Living with the land, not against it, they remind us of the wisdom in humility and the power of stewardship. Humanity's reverence for nature is reflected in the places we protect and cherish. World Heritage Sites, designated for their outstanding natural or cultural value, are sanctuaries where the wonders of the earth are preserved for future generations. From the Great Barrier Reef to Yellowstone, from the Galapagos Islands to the Serengeti, these sites are living testaments to our shared heritage. They embody the hope that we can coexist with nature, celebrating and safeguarding its treasures. From the vantage point of space, the planet's beauty is undeniable. Swirls of cloud trace the movement of storms. Vast forests and deserts reveal patterns shaped by wind and water. The thin blue line of the atmosphere highlights the fragility of the world we call home. These satellite images are more than just photographs. They are reminders of our place in the universe and our responsibility to the only home we have ever known. Every action, no matter how small, shapes the planet's future. The choices we make, what we eat, how we travel, how we build and consume, ripple outward, affecting ecosystems and communities far beyond our immediate surroundings. The challenge is immense, but so too is the opportunity. By working together, embracing innovation, and honoring the wisdom of the past, we can restore balance and ensure that Earth's wonders endure. As we reflect on the splendor and diversity of life, let us be filled with gratitude for the forests that clean our air, the oceans that regulate our climate, the creatures that inspire awe, and the landscapes that give meaning to our existence. Let us celebrate the miracle of life, not as distant observers, but as active participants and stewards. In every corner of the world, from the deepest ocean trench to the highest mountain peak, life persists and thrives, a reminder of Earth's boundless generosity and resilience. Our journey through the wonders of the planet is a call to action, a reminder that the fate of the Earth lies in our hands. The choices we make today will determine the world that future generations inherit. Let us honor this responsibility with wisdom, compassion, and resolve. Together we can protect the living tapestry of Earth, ensuring that its wonders continue to inspire, sustain, and unite us all. For in the end, we are not apart from nature but a part of it, bound by the same threads of life, sharing the same home, and entrusted with the same precious legacy.